What is going on? What is going on, good people? What is happening? So, man, we are back for another one. In this week's episode of the Kickback, we just gonna talk about when should your lawn season begin? What means or what initiates the beginning of your lawn season? So go ahead, drop it in the chat. Let me know what you think or what you go by. What gauge do you use to be able to say, yep, my lawn season is kicked off, it's up and going, and you ready to roll out? And from that point on, hey, it's on. So, yeah, man, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and jump into what I think or what I use when the lawn season has begun because that is kind of what happened today. Uh, I feel like now my lawn season has started. Y'all know me. Y'all know I enjoy my time off. I enjoy my time off for as long as I can. But I believe at this point the lawn season has started, and we're gonna be riding until probably, depending on weather, we're gonna be riding until about December, early December time frame, because typically that's about how long the season is like winding down by that point. But depending on what the weather is doing, we may be early December still out in the lawn. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with we gotta do our weather talk. We gotta do our weather talk first, and then we'll get into what I initiated, which is what's going on in the lawn. So from a weather perspective, right now today was nice. Today was a nice day. We actually, I think it was 82 in the truck when I was driving home from work. It was a nice day today. We got outside. Wifey got outside for a little bit in the backyard. Little man was back there in the backyard pushing his dump truck and stuff around. Had on the short sleeves today, so it was nice outside today. So we've still been kind of cool most of the week. Weather forecast out supposed to dip. We're supposed to get some rain tonight into tomorrow morning, which is going to be good for what I'm talking about, what I'll talk about next coming up. And from that point, once we get that rain, it's supposed to be nice again on Sunday and then dip down for a day, but most of next week it's supposed to be upper 60s, low 70s. So that should be nice for the lawn. It should really get things going. And the yard is already waking up. It's waking up. It's doing what it does. It's growing. Like it is actually growing right now. And yeah, so that's kind of where we are on that. I see we got a couple people in here in the chat. What's up, M Branch? Super TA. What's happening? What's happening? See y'all in here. Slam 410. What's happening? Steady temperatures in the 50. Okay. And smell the Ohio expecting snow tomorrow. Sheesh. Nah, man. I really hope we are done with the snow. I think we are. I think we're good, but yeah, I think we're good, but yeah, I want no parts of that snow. Keep that up there in Ohio. Keep that on up there. Love the temperatures except for the pollen. Yes, sir. And I may sound like I'm a little congested for that exact same reason. Like I was outside most of the weekend. As y'all saw, I was getting the mulching stuff down, getting that crisp live edge. I told y'all it was coming. Oof, got that edge in there squared away, ready to go. It's looking nice and crispy. Went on and got some fresh mulch and stuff out there. So the backyard is almost set. I've got to do my area over by the air condition, and I got to do the area around my raised garden bed. And then at that point, the backyard will be fully set for the season, edging, mulching, all of that. So I've got a video coming on how I did all of that, and also got another video on like something that I do to help out with my efficiency in the lawn. So look out for that one. That's another one that'll be coming. And yeah, man, I feel you on that pollen. I feel you on that pollen. We're supposed to get some rain tonight into tomorrow, so it should knock it down a little bit and give us a little bit of relief from the pollen. So, but it's that time of year. It's that season. It's only gonna get worse. It is. It is only gonna get worse. Uh, doom, doom, doom. Let's see, we got when are you turf and polo gonna join Dr. Shattuck's live? I don't know. We talked about it, so we're gonna be working. We're gonna be working on getting that together. It may be sooner rather than later. So as we had a good time last week. Like all of y'all that joined last week, thank you for joining last week. It was a good show. It was a good show with Dr. Shaddix. Always love talking to Dr. Shaddix. He's a wealth of knowledge, wealth of information. And I know he'll say it. He was like, it's not the information I know. I'm just telling you what the data says. But the way that he can break down the data, explain the correlations in the data. And he did a great job last week of breaking it down to the homeowner level, the average person to be able to understand it if you don't have a doctorate in soil science. I think he did a great job in being able to explain some of the topics that we were talking about last week. So again, thank you, Dr. Shaddix, for joining us last week, and yeah, we're looking forward to getting on his show, and then also for us to bring him back and be able to talk through some topics. So it's until you've hosted and you've ran a live stream by yourself solo, it is not easy. Like it is not easy. There's not a second of where like I can take a break and like mentally not be on or mentally not be, or physically not be talking. As if I'm not talking and I'm here solo, then it's just dead space. So uh he enjoyed the fact of being able to be live, answer questions, be able to interact and not have to be and get a break. Like is and be able to get a break. That's one of the reasons why like it's always good to have a second co-host or a guest on. It just kind of helps you with the load when you're live streaming. So just like tonight, it it's not as easy as when we've got turf here or if polo's here or if we've got a special guest on. So yeah, man, we definitely enjoyed being with Dr. Shaddix last week. So jump over here, just answer some of these quick questions real quick before we get into it. Any advice on dealing with invasive Kakuyu? Yeah, my man Ben Sims, um, over in Australia, dealt with Kakuyu. So they actually grow it intentionally. Yeah, his front yard was that I've heard. Yeah, I am not familiar. I'll go ahead and put this on the screen. I am not familiar with. Well, we don't have a lot of it around here in the states. Uh, at least in my area. I'm pretty sure you may find some of it further down south. I am not familiar with it at all. All I know is it is a warm season type grass, kind of a mix between what it looks like to me is like a mix between some centipede and Bermuda or buffalo. I ain't even gonna say because the blades are much thicker than Bermuda. But it's almost like a centipede is what it looks like to me between some centipede and buffalo grass. So I am not familiar with it. I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you on that one. did a 4-0. Yeah, and it's creeping in from the neighbors. Yeah, yeah. I've got nothing. I'll take a look and look around and see what's there, see what's available for it, because I'd be kind of interested in it also, just from a knowledge base, just to know what it how to get rid of it. So I'll probably look it up and I'll see. Drop me a comment on one of my videos, or drop me a comment somewhere, uh, Andreas, and then we can go from there. And I'll go ahead and yeah, if you go ahead and drop me a comment, I'll go look it up and then I'll come back and I'll get you some information. So yeah, let me know on that one. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Uh-uh. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause real quick for y'all. Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all for sticking there with us with the brief pause. I had to give me some help. I was like, hey, we can take a we can take a break to get some help in here for me tonight. What's happening, bro?
What up, man?
Yeah,
Bruh,
I was just telling the
it's
people, I was
getting
like,
it's
it's just easier when you got somebody else here and you ain't got to carry the load by yourself.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dude, it's crazy out here, dog.
Yeah, we
The
both had a
season
day.
is
We both
cooking
had a day.
up.
Yeah,
Sheesh, let me try to get my stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, coming in late. I was out till dark today, taking
yeah.
care of clients. And I think like what? Three people approached me while I was out today and picked up three accounts just like that. Bow, bow, bow. So
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I
business
told you.
business is moving,
I
business is booming.
I told you. I told you. And this is a good I told you. This is a good I
Yeah,
told
this is
you.
a good this is a good I told you.
This
Yeah.
is a good
Yeah.
this is a good I told you.
Hey y'all been
I'm happy for you, bruh.
yeah, yeah.
I am happy for you. And I hope
Appreciate
they
it.
keep coming. It's still
Me
early.
too.
It's still
Still
early.
early.
It's still
Still
early.
early.
Like,
Wait till these mosquitoes pop off. That's gonna be the money maker.
yeah, and everybody trying to have cookout, and people trying to have cookout and everything else and be outside.
Yep.
Yep.
4th of July, bitch. Y'all, excuse me. I gotta make sure I go through my regimen of these allergies, man.
So
There's so much pollen out here.
it was
I had to,
somebody that was just talking about pollen. They was just out
yeah,
there,
the
was like, yo,
pollen. It's
I'm
not
loving the
allergies. It's just
temperature.
the pollen that gets in there and it gets all stuck. So I was. That's why it took me a little longer in the shower because I had to run the neti pot,
Yep.
and then those drops right there, nice little antihistamine for the redness in the eyes and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
could
man.
tell a difference. I can tell a difference outside myself. Because my eyes right now, they're a little itchy. They're a little itchy
Mm-hmm.
right now. And even over the weekend when I was out there, all day for like 2 days. By Sunday, Monday, Sunday night,
It's a wrap.
all up in here. Like just I was like, oh man, it is that time
Yeah.
of year. It's that time of year. All
So with
right,
that
so
whole
we just I'm just going through. We had a couple of I knew you was coming, so we had a couple of questions that was already in here. So I had just answered a couple of those. One of them that I didn't that came up that I didn't have an answer for. Um, I know you down there in the south. You may or may not have ran into this yet. Kakuyu
Kakuyu.
in
Is
fescue.
it Japanese?
Now it's so Ben Sims over at Lawn
Uh-huh.
Tips in Australia.
Oh, it's
His
called cooch. Yeah, cooch grass or whatever.
No, that's what they call Bermuda. They call
That's
Bermuda
what
cooch.
I thought though. I thought they
Yeah,
called Bermuda cooch grass.
that's what they
It's
call
such a
Bermuda. But
uh,
it's a warm season grass. To me, it looks like centipede, a mix between centipede and like buffalo grass or like St. Augustine. It's not it looks almost like centipede, but it tends to grow a little more upright than centipede does.
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Thick stolons, just like centipede. That's
Yep.
why it would look like centipede.
Yep.
Uh,
I haven't ran into I ain't ran into none of it before. And but I told the viewer here just to drop me a comment because now I'm interested, right? It's a learning opportunity.
yeah, I'm
So
learning right now.
so now I want to go out there and research it and see. But the one thing is if you've got it in your cool season grass, at least there's probably something that it doesn't like, being that will be fine for your warm for your cool season grass, but that warm season grass is probably not gonna like it. It may be in the ranks of some Pilex or something like that to be able to get after it. But uh I haven't looked up anything to be able to.
I got it in my spray profile right now, so I'm working it.
Yeah.
You just take another question. Let me
Yep.
work on this for a couple
Yep.
minutes.
Um and then let me see. Yep, soil temperature was 42 8 days ago. Now, yeah, them soil temps is jumping quick. Like I even hours around here, I'm seeing a whole lot more of that iron cutter waking up now. I can see it down in the canopy without having to go looking for it. So it's about that time to get that iron cutter cut back. Drop a little bit of sand on it, and do the first little smoothing, just a little smoothing on it, and get it going. So that iron cutter is waking up for sure. Um, it's okay. I've got a Rogue One. I got a couple of videos on how do I re-edge my beds. I got a couple of videos already out there. I am making a video. I recorded it when I did it, so I will be making a new one. But if you want to go back, there's a couple of ones on my channel already that I show how I did that. So you can either
I got it.
go back and check it out now, or you can go wait until I drop the new one because it will be a new one. All right, what you got?
All right, so for your Kikuya grass, you pretty much got two options. If you really want to get it out of there and you got the budget for it, Pilex
Mm,
and Triclopyr.
mm.
Pilex
I
and
was on it.
Triclopyr is a little kicker, low rate, and you're gonna have to do about 3 rounds, and that's gonna fully collapse it. And you'll do those 3 rounds about 2 to 3 weeks apart. And then it also says,
MS methylated seed oil with that.
uh, not NIS, just
Okay, just
NIS.
900.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
just some
Make sure you
900.
do use surfactant with it though, because you want to
Yeah, yeah,
that's
not
that surfactant is key.
yeah. So you'll do so that's your first option. Your poor man option, not that I'm calling you poor, it's just like a more economically reasonable option for a homeowner, is going to be believe it or not, tenacity, mesotrione. Mesotrione paired with triclopyr, 2 to 3 rounds will weaken it to the point, and it also suggests you. I don't know where you're cutting your grass at right now, but it says if you raise up your grass height of cut to like 3.5 inches, what that helps does while you're pushing the turf type tall fescue, um, in a healthy way. Don't push it more than you need to. You hear us repeat this time and time again. There's a time to push that lawn, and there's a time not to. You got your spring flush
Mhm.
coming in. Be careful with your fertilizer. I don't want you to think go out there and dump a pound on it. Don't do that. You just set yourself up for failure, depending on where you are running into the fungus season. But with that being said, it says cut it higher. Cut it higher, and that will shade out those runners a little bit and
Mhm.
weaken them as well while you're
Makes
going
sense.
through this management. So, like a management practice, you're going to be looking at Pilex or Pilex with triclopyr. That's going to get it. It's going to be gone.
The
Tenacity
only
with triclopyr.
the only thing with, just to let you know if you're not familiar with Pilex.
It's gonna be bleaching. You're gonna look at bleaching for about 2 months through your
Yeah,
yard.
you go.
So
Yep, you go.
it
But the
ain't no
same
way
thing's gonna
around it.
happen. The same thing's gonna happen with tenacity.
Same thing. They both
Same thing.
work. They're in the same similar
Yeah,
family. Pilex is like big brother. Mizo is like little cousin. Yeah, they're not even.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how much of a
And the
jump it
price
is.
difference.
And the price difference look
there's
like
a
big brother to little cousin too. So
yeah,
like
there's a
baby,
that Pilex is expensive, but it works.
Pilex is expensive, but it
But it
works.
but it
So
works.
I wish they would make smaller batches, but it's not really a product that's. I don't even know if can you buy Pilex unlicensed. Some people
Mm,
might not even sell it to you unlicensed.
yeah,
I know some of
I
the
think
websites I order my chemicals from, they won't even let me order without a license. Not
yeah,
that the product needs a license, but they don't service people that don't have licenses, which
yeah,
is weird, but I'm here for it. So
yeah,
yeah, that's what you got. 2 to 3 rounds either on either one of those. And then excuse me, I'm sorry. And then make sure you overseed if you can overseed in the fall. And just get in there and thicken things up quite a bit because depending on how thick it
got
is,
to give it some more
you're gonna
competition.
thin out your grass. Right, you give it some more competition. So that's it.
Yeah,
That's your that's a way to get it done. Two different ways. I gave you the poor man treatment, and then you got a little bit of money to burn. Go ahead and get you some Pilex. You'll be good to
yeah.
go.
See,
Cool.
double headed monster. See, we can do this when we got somebody else that can.
Triple head.
Hey, tonight,
He
just
ain't here
tonight,
right now, but
just
right
tonight.
tonight.
I was gonna say because I can keep the show going while you do the research in
There
the
you go.
background.
That's right. Uh, uh,
All right, so I see y'all drop some more questions in there. We're gonna swing back around to those, but Turf, I'm gonna just give you the opportunity right now if you want to talk about anything of where you are right now, what you got going on, what's your day looking like, what's happening
yeah.
over there. I see you already let the people know that you stacking them up. Anything else
Stacking
you
them up.
want to?
If you're
We
down
did
there,
weather talk a little earlier. If you want to breeze through
yeah,
that real quick.
yeah. If you're in my area, people don't realize, but we're like 4 days away from being in a drought. We haven't had any measurable rain um
Hmm.
in almost 3 weeks, and it doesn't look like any is coming.
Damn.
And I'm holding off on watering just because I just want to see what the Bermuda does without the watering. But if your yard is established already, and you're not experimenting like me, you probably want to think about turning on your sprinklers in the next week just to get it something. That's what I would say. If you have if you're in a similar position as me, where you haven't received any measurable amount of water, and you're in the southern region, the grass is starting to wake up. go ahead and put some water on it. Put at least an inch down within the next week, just to help it come out of that dormancy, right? Because it's already trying to wake up. I'm not. I wouldn't feed yet. I talked to a person the other day, and they were telling me how they already fed their zoysia and this and that. I'm like, man, you went out early. It's a little early to be feeding still.
Mhm.
You still want to wait until you get. Right now, I'm scalping lawns. That's what I'm doing. I come in the house and I look like I have a whole blanket of soil on me because I'm out scalping yards, resetting height of cuts, teaching people how to manage their common Bermuda or hybrid Bermuda. Everyone thinks, oh, cut it high. And I was like, that's not what Bermuda wants. You know what I mean? If you got Bermuda in the
Mhm.
right conditions, cutting it high is not where it's at. Cut it low. Cut it low. So I'd say that it's a good time to scalp. Your Bermuda, good time to scalp your Zoysia too. A lot of people don't know Zoysia likes to be scalped. I didn't know that until I was talking to somebody, one of these pros out there. They gave me to me. They're like, "Yeah, you scalp Zoysia. Zoysia,
Mhm.
it's good for scalping." So
But people
if you
just
got
don't.
Zoysia,
People just
what
don't.
was that?
And I said people just don't do it, and it's just
Yeah, people just
super.
yeah.
It's
It's
super
so
thick.
thick. It's
It's
so thick.
just
Yeah,
super
it's
thick.
so thick. But you would actually you would actually benefit from scalping it, getting
Yeah.
the extra debris out there, and then letting it do its thing again. I think that's about it. Mosquitoes. If you're taking care of that on your own, now is the time to start treatments. You don't want to. You want to get in front of them. So my first round that I'm going out with an adult side and a was it growth the growth regulator. Not yeah, what is it called? Shoot, I had a long day, y'all. There's an insecticide growth regulator, and that goes after the larvicides,
The
so the ones that
larva.
aren't born
Yeah.
yet. Yeah, the larva. So what you're going to do your first run, make sure you can use like Tall Star and like Nyguard, right? Insect growth regulator. Or I think that's what it's called. I can't remember. I'm still sweating. That's like when you get out the gym or you get done with a
Ye-
run and then you take a shower,
And
you get out, and you still sweating. That's where
yep.
I'm at right now because I
Yep.
literally came off the. I
Which
came
which
in.
which is why I
You,
had which is why I had the extra 10 minutes. I had the
yeah.
extra 10 minutes on you.
So
I
you
was like,
see me.
yeah.
That's why I keep patting my head, y'all, with this little dagger because I'm still sweating. But yeah, make your first round with that IGR. Start now, right? Start now, and then every two
Hmm.
to 3 months, put that IGR back in there. Because if you look it up, how the mosquito cycle works, yes, you can kill them all, but you might not get the
There's the
larvicide. And
next.
even if you do get the larvicide, and treat your still water areas with like dunks or something like that, where you're holding water, and then you're gonna be in front of it, which means you would have a lot less pressure to deal with throughout the year. And you need to be on a monthly schedule at the very least. And then when hurricane season comes and we're getting those super heavy washes of rain, you might need to be applying twice a month. Just keep that in mind because the residual and that stuff. Oh, and then if you're also doing yours, so I'll give you another one. I'm gonna drop it in the chat because right now the world would leave you to believe that the only option you have for ULV is a steel fogger backpack sprayer, and that is not the case. I got two different options for you. Um,
Let the people
that
know
is
what
equity.
ULV is.
Uh, ultra low volume is what ULV is.
So
Ultra low volume,
like a miss
like a
type
yeah,
application.
like a mistype application. And these are two options that are like they're reasonable, super reasonable price, especially for homeowners, right? So first one I'd recommend to you is that's too many characters. Is a Tomahawk backpack sprayer. Uh, Here he is. This is the website. Backpack fogger. My bad. Excuse me. That one. But if you are looking for something a little more rugged, then I would actually point you to uh, what is it called? It's Italian Invitec. Yeah, this right here, Invitec. Right here, you go here, and they actually have like commercial grade ones too. So those are two much cheaper options than trying to deal with a $900 fogger from Steel, and you're just paying for a brand name.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, especially if you're a homeowner. Now, maybe if you're doing 100 accounts and you're spraying 30 yards a day, maybe you need to still. I don't know. I'll let you know when and if I get to that point where if I find a breaking point on it. But these are two really good options that will save you hundreds of dollars easily. So yeah, I
And
think that's
and
it.
and then too, from a homeowner standpoint, outside of those two, uh, if you're looking for another option,
Oh,
Pete, the one that Flow Zone,
Flow Zone. Oh yeah, they
the
came out
one
with an
that
attachment this year.
the attachment one, that connects to your backpack sprayer. If you've already got the backpack sprayer, there's another option for you to be able to have dual use for your backpack sprayer to get your insecticides and stuff down. I am this
That's
year.
one.
I am definitely looking at making sure I get some insecticide applications down this year because
Mm-hmm.
it got to a point last year where we like little man didn't even go outside in the back because
Because
the mosquitoes
it's
was
just,
just
it's just too bad.
him and his mom, boy, they just soon as
Getting
they
hit. They
step
got
out,
that sweet blood.
boy,
Got that sweet. That's
boy,
like I was when I was over there that day. I was like, dang, okay, Big Mama still
bruh.
alive.
And I'm just out there
And you just out there chilling. I
chilling.
was like, yo, you ain't get bit? You like, nah, man. I'm like, dang, these mosquitoes eat me up. Let's go on the porch, dog. Like, we need to go on the screen in the porch and he's like eat me up.
And the bad thing about the backyard is, so my neighbor has like a little pond in their back, which is right up against my fence. It's like a couple feet off of my fence. So they got standing water over there on their other side, which is why it gets worse as you get closer to the back of the fence because they got standing water back there
Just throw
and
some
all
dunks over the
and
over
all
the throw
and
them over
all
the
that
fence.
shade. They got shade and moss and all that. It's just a whole bunch of moisture.
Breeding ground. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a perfect breeding ground for
it's
them.
a whole bunch of moisture over there, and I know they ain't
Yeah,
treating for it. Like so,
yeah, they ain't treating. They
but
probably don't
this
even be in their yard like that.
but this year, yeah,
You gonna get
we
after.
go
Yeah,
yeah
you better throw some dunks over that fence into that little standing water.
be
It's
like
gonna be a problem. Like, just like, there you go. I never thought I would recommend this to anyone just because I'll leave it there. But a really economical choice that works is the Petra Tools. Now it's a corded electric backpack fogger, but that was the one that I bought 2 years ago, and that
Mhm.
works as well. You just got to deal with the cord. But it's a nice price point. It's probably the lowest of it is the lowest of them all. You can get
and
that
and
for 150 bucks. 150
and
bucks to get
and
you
to be
going.
honest, like I am interested in that one just for the simple fact, like I've got like some super long extension cords that's already rated, and
Hmm.
I'm really just gonna be doing my yard. I ain't.
So when you come into North Carolina again, because I'll just give you mine when you bring me the 9010. I'm not
Yeah,
using it. I'm not going to
mm,
use it. Yeah.
all right, we can.
If you come in sooner than later, you know
It,
what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to have to wait.
it'll be before I need that because I got to get down to
Okay.
the land and we got to start doing some food plot clearing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Some
yeah,
prepping.
it'll
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
before then.
Whenever you come, just don't waste that money. Just I'll let you get that one.
All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
bet.
We'll link up. Bring little man with me. Let them run around and play together.
Yep.
And
Let them.
yeah.
Hey, there's plenty
Yeah.
of space out there at the parents, out there at pops.
Yeah.
They
It was gonna be a good time.
they got plenty. Hey, get them. We can get them on the we can get them on the 4-wheeler for a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um. So cool. Appreciate you catching us up. We see what you got going on over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to jump into what I got going over here,
Mm.
and
Let me see.
we gonna get this set up. Go ahead, do that.
Cheat code. Listen, my wife, she like what she does. She takes a whole bunch of lemons, dog, and then she juices them all, right? And
Hmm.
then she puts them in ice trays and then freezes them. So then all I gotta do is take them joints and drop them in my water. And
Mm.
oh my goodness, dude! Especially on warm days, man. You got the nice cold water with the lemon. Yeah, that's why I
Yep.
got it here right now. Like that joint hit, it hit different. It make you feel like you're getting hydrated 10 times faster.
Bruh, it makes a difference. It makes a
Make you
huge
go,
difference.
make you go.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
you looking good over there. You greening up for real. That's some serious
Yeah.
green up, man.
So
You greener
yeah,
than
man.
me.
We got a nice little green up right now.
That
Um
fresh red mulch.
bruh,
Jesus.
bruh, we got out there and
They
got
put some
after
extra dye in it this year, didn't they? Or is that just the
it.
camera? Because that
No,
joint looked red this
it
year.
is it's redder than what it typically is.
Okay.
It's a little bit of the camera and the
Hmm.
lighting, but it is also more
Yeah.
red than what it
That looks like a
typically is.
brighter red than it's more usually
Yeah.
is a subdued red, but
And
you,
because
you got my mom wanting it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
because
Mom
it's
Dukes.
fresh. It's fresh, right?
Yeah,
Until
it's fresh.
it get rained on and it'll fade here in a month or so. It'll tone down the the brightness on it. But
Yeah.
this is where we was at today. Like as you can see, we starting to green up, getting a little bit of green up going. Um Still got some spots and stuff in here that's in a little bit of dormancy, but for the most part, everything is growing. Like you can tell that it's growing. And today was what about 80 something today. So you know what I did?
What
It's
you do?
time to get out. It's time to get out there, man.
Charity mo.
Charity mow. It is time for a charity mow. Hey, so we went on and got out there and got after it, and it made a difference. Like it is looking real good, and just cleaning it
Oh, that
up,
looks good.
just
Yeah.
cleaning it up, evening everything out,
Hmm.
and
Makes a huge difference.
it makes a huch difference. And
That's why I was doing the lawns today.
it's
Cleaning
probably at
them
like
up.
it's probably like an inch and three quarters, right at like an inch and three quarters, 2 inches is where
Hmm.
it's at right now. Um,
Hmm.
and you know me, I love getting out there and setting my height of cut. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that I'm gonna let it get 4, 5, 6 inches tall and then come out there and hack it down just to make sure or just to say, hey, my first mow, I went from this to that. Like
Mm.
I don't believe it. I believe in getting out there, set your height of cut, get your height of cut set,
Hmm.
and then just go. Same thing when I'm growing in. Like if I gotta grow in and I seed it, like get out there and get it cut, get it mowed. And we get rain tonight. It's supposed to be a good rain. It's supposed to get about a half inch of rain, anywhere from a quarter to a half inch of rain. Now that I done cut it, it's supposed to be back in the mid 60s, 70s all next week.
Perfect.
This news is about to take off, which is why I went on and cut it. Which is why I was like, I have got to cut it today. So it's gonna take off. Everything's looking good. We definitely starting to green up for sure, and I can't complain about it. Can't complain about where I'm at. Could I have waited a little bit longer? Yeah, but I probably could have waited till next week or the week after. But again, like I said, I like to set that height of cut. Front yard, south facing, getting a lot more growth and stuff in the front yard, especially this area over here between the two houses. That jump is already like 4 inches tall. So it's looking good in the front. I went on and cut the front also, but I didn't get any pictures or anything after I cut the front. But I'll be dropping some videos. As you can see, this area over here beside the house, That jump was already about 4 inches. It was about 4 inches high already. The front
Sheesh.
is cut at probably 3 inches. The front is probably cut right at 3 inches now. Is where I've got it at, and I'll probably just hold it there. So that's what we
For the
got.
whole season or just for now?
I'm gonna probably just hold it there the whole season. Probably just
Okay.
hold it there, like I typically do, unless it gets out of control for some reason.
Sheesh.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
uh that's where we at on this one, people. I wanted to let y'all see. First mow has been done, and to the topic at hand of what we were discussing, when do we know that the season when do we know that the season is kicked off? Like, when have we started the season? Today was it for me. Today was one of those, like, now the season has kicked off. I had enough growth on there already. There's still some areas that are a little dormant, but for the most part, the grass is growing. And I wanted to go ahead and set that height of cut. And now, as you cut it, as soon as you put that first cut on it, it is just like that trigger that says, okay, it's time to grow, especially when you've got the temperatures to be able to support it. And all next week, we're supposed to have those temperatures. And I'm pretty sure next week it's going to take off. And I'm probably going to have to cut it again by next weekend. And that one will look pretty good. So to me, that's when I say my season has started, my season has kicked off. There's no need to rush out there and throw a whole bunch of fertilizer on it. What you can do is, if you got some liquid and you're growing about like I am now, and you've put your first cut on it, if you want to drop like a little tenth of a pound or something on there, just to give it a little bit of a feeding, because we've had a fertilizer blackout. So the last time that I applied anything to my lawn was like the beginning of October, was the last time it was fed anything. And then from that standpoint, it's hungry. I've also got sandy soil. Like, so it doesn't hold on to the nutrients as long as some of the other soil types. So I can tell where dog urine and people that have been walking around, you can tell the lawn was hungry. And because those spots are green and 3-4 inches tall, where where the dog pee spots is. So it was about ready for some fert. So if you can get out there, drop a little tenth of a pound of some liquid on there, that's a good option. But you don't need to go out there smacking it in the mouth with a pound of N. If you're going to use a granular and fertilized heavy like that, I suggest you hold off until, like we talked about last week with Dr. Shaddix, until you get that second mow in there, second or third mow in there, and then you can up a little bit of that fertilizer. But I still wouldn't go a pound. Like, it's your spring flush is coming. There's really not a need to drop that much fertilizer at one time. So yeah, that's what I got going on over here. I see y'all got some questions and stuff over here in the chat. We'll go ahead and jump over there. Y'all firing the chat up. I will say, it's a lot of new people joining the channel, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. If you are new here, uh, every Thursday, the goal is every Thursday, 9 o'clock. As you can see, sometimes we got to adjust the times and stuff up there. Life happens. But
Life
our
happens.
our goal is every Thursday to have a live stream, and we will have a topic, and we'll kind of cover what we just did. Weather talk. We'll come through what we've got going on, kind of let you know some things that we're seeing out in the field, stuff that's happening, any news articles or anything that's really moving it. We'll have a topic of lawn care, a management topic like we just talked about, when your season starts, fertilization, that type of thing. And then we'll jump into your live Q&A, which is what we're going to do here. So we'll take questions and everything for the rest of the show. We'll take the questions that y'all have dropped over there. So if you got any, drop them in the chat. We'll work down to the bottom and then we'll get up out of here.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
Just like that.
Did you
You got anywhere turf that we need to go? Any
did
questions
you get the
we need to jump on
D
right off top?
D James Brooklyn? Did you get him already?
Nope.
He renovated with Mountain View. That's where we need to
That's
start.
where I was at.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's where we need to start.
All right. So jumping in first question. Okay. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you for getting that Elm Street Elite. Had some washouts, weeds. Yep. Yeah. So as far as you said you're in New York, probably not time for you to be doing anything for fungicides right now for sure.
Yeah,
Weed
not for
control,
another couple months easily.
yeah, because I'm not even really thinking about fungicides yet, and I'm a little further south than where you are. So no need for your fungicide yet, but eventually you will need them. As far as weeds, yes, go ahead and take care of your weeds. It depends on which weeds you are dealing with. Uh, check out the label for identify your weeds and then check the label of the products. What I would recommend if you're dealing with broadleaf type weeds, Speed Zone is a good one.
Speed zone.
Tri- Triclopyr is another good one. Those are typically my staples.
They'll
If I
clean
need
up
to,
pretty much everything.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those two will pretty much take care of everything. Because if you're in New York, you're probably not seeing crabgrass. You shouldn't be seeing crabgrass this time of year right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the weeds you're probably seeing are broadleaf and Speed Zone or Triclopyr should be able to take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with like violets and stuff like that, but it ain't quite violet season yet either.
And for your fungicide question, a little homework for you. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go to Google and I want you to type in disease triangle. Okay. When you type in disease triangle, they got AI built into everything right now. It's going to give you an AI overview and it's going to tell you what you're looking for when it comes to funguses, right? What you want to focus on is the temperatures that you're those temperature conditions that you're looking for. Then you can go to um gosh, what's that weather app? The weather the
The Magenta one, you're talking the one by
no,
Magenta?
no, not the soul temp. There's a weather website that you can get the historical data for weather. Uh what's it called?
I
Weather.
use the Noah one for all my historical stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, go to Noah, right? Like
Yeah,
Cam just said, go to Noah,
yeah,
and and you can use the soul temp thing on Greencast as well, and then
yeah.
you can figure out when you should be looking to
About that
go
time
into
frame.
fungicides specifically for your area. You're gonna see here on YouTube come May June. You'll see a whole bunch of videos of people doing stuff for funguses, but it may not be your time for fungus. So just that's what you did. That's your Bible right there. Use the disease triangle foundation, and then you need to do a little bit of homework and figure out where those temperatures make sense for you to be coming vulnerable. You know, whenever you feeling a little sticky in the morning and feel like the air is slapping you in the face, that's a good indication that you're coming
Hmm.
into that season.
That's the
Okay,
first
the
one. If you step outside,
humidity is high.
if you step outside and you just feel sticky,
It's sticky.
it's just sticky.
Feel like if you wear lotion, feel like your lotion leaking off
Yeah.
of you. And you just walk, yeah. Those are some good
Yep.
indications
Yep.
that you're looking for right
And you feel like it's time to put your sweat rag in your back pocket.
there. There you go. Just
All
like
right.
that. All
Um,
right. So moving on.
next one up, I'm going to aerate
Joey.
seed and Fertilizer. Is this a good time? Grass is tall,
Absolutely.
fescue. No, it is not. Unless you have like bare ground that you need to get coverage and you need to get seed and stuff on the ground. Turf type tall fescue is a cool season grass type. It is a cool season grass type that is best planted in the fall. So the fall time is the time to be doing your aerate, exactly what you said, aeration, seeding, and fertilizing. If you do, if you've already got ground coverage right now and you're not dealing with a bare ground type scenario, uh, I would feed your lawn that you've got, build and work on what you have right now throughout this season. Get your plan down, get everything squared away, and care for your lawn as best as you can now. Take care of your weeds, manage it through all the season, and get ready for the fall and do either a full renovation if you feel that you need to do that, or if you just need an overseeding, you'll be ready to go for your overseeding. It's also going to depend on your location of where you're at. So,
Caveat.
yep, go ahead. Well, go ahead and
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, caveat because I experienced this. Now, if you are in a climate where your growing season for your cool season grass looks like a warm season growth rate, meaning for cool season, we have two humps. It's a double
Yep.
hump, right? The growing season. You get a nice little spring flush. Then when we get into July, it dips down. And then when we get back around to the end of August, we jump back up for a few months, right? So if your growing season looks like that in your region, what we just said, the former, that's what you want to do.
Yep.
I just put a link in the chat for, and I explained that risky business, right? Ironically, when I did that video, I was in Germany, cool season world, right? But my growth chart looked like it was warm season because here in the warm season world, we go up, up, and then we come down. It's just one big hump, one hump camel, right? So if your growth season looks like that, you're further north, like Minnesota or something like that, then spring is actually your better option. And there's nothing really you can do about it because if you wait until the fall, you don't have enough
It's
growth
too short.
season to get your lawn established. So that's when you kind of just have to go with that. And then you get it cleaned up the next year. You just got to deal with the weeds, get everything established, get it cleaned up
Mm-hmm.
the next year in the spring. So that slight little caveat. I dropped the link to the video and I go through, I'm pretty sure I go through that caveat because I'm in Germany. I was like, hey, the only time is really like if you have to, based off your growth rate. And I may even have some like graphics in there where I show you the visual humps, just like I was telling you. So if you're in that boat, then yeah, you want to go for it in spring. Other
We
than
got the
that,
content. We
yeah,
got the
other than
we
that, leave
got
that
the
alone.
content for the
We
people.
got
That's
you.
what I'm
We
talking
got
about.
you. We got you.
But yeah, Tommy, it's going to depend on your location. If you want to drop it in here and let us know, we can that can better direct you also if you're still in here and let us know what where you're located. What's happening, Joe? Yeah, man. Everybody, it was nice today. It was nice. It was nice for sure.
DMV.
If I had a drop top, it would have
I'd
been
have
a
had
nice
it.
day. It
I was
would have.
riding around the truck with the windows down. You know what I'm saying? Windows down, blasting some daggone Morgan Wallen.
Yeah,
I was
buddy.
riding. I was
Yeah,
riding out.
buddy.
It felt good. Yeah,
Um,
man.
yeah, so family is doing well. Family is good. Everybody's good. He ain't mowing by himself yet, but he's on the way. As I was putting the blades and stuff back on the mower yesterday when I got them sharpened, I had him out there with the ratchet, and he was tightening. He tightened it. He got the bolts all the way tight till he couldn't turn them no more. And I was like, "That's what I'm talking about." Yes, sir. 2 years old, already turning wrenches. I was like, "Yes, that's what I'm talking about."
Yeah, every time Noah see me, he come. Am I in the garage? He's grabbing wrenches. He's like, "Let
Yeah,
me fix it." He's just over
yeah.
here fix it. It's like, yeah, go ahead and fix it, Slim. He's like, I need that one too. I was like, all right, here you go.
Yeah,
I need that one too. I was like, he'll walk away with
man,
4 different wrenches. Daddy, I'm
man.
fixed it. I fixed it. It's fixed. I'm like, all right,
My
thank you,
my
man.
socket my socket set is a mess. Like
But
it is a mess.
mine is too. I need to
Jeez.
get that straightened out. My truck is a mess too. So I'm like, I need to
Yeah,
get everything straightened out. I
it
gotta
is
get
a
caught up
mess.
first though.
Cause I was doing brakes and rotors the other week, and it's just been so go go go. I ain't have time to clean all, get everything put back where it needed to be. But he was out there while I was doing it, so man, there was freaking sockets and stuff all over the place. I'm finding sockets over here against the wall, next to the gas cans, and underneath the bowl. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
this ain't a
He
full
getting
set no
busy.
more. I know
He
this ain't
getting
no full
busy.
set no more. Ain't no telling where these socks.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna stop him at all. Like that's
Nah, I let him
he
just I just let him
he,
do it,
he
man.
that. Like yeah, just go ahead. Um, yo, what up, Rat? What's good? Um, let me see. Let me
Should be a
see.
headway question. Joe McCall. That's the
Anyway,
next one down.
did I miss that one?
You didn't get down to it yet.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got. I was looking at this one right here. Neighbors poetry of yeah. That Triv is Triv is
Pilex. Oh, is it? No, is it? Yeah, Pilex. No,
not for no not for
no, no,
Triv.
no, not that for Triv.
Uh,
There's a product they came out with.
v- velocity.
Velocity. That's what it is. Velocity is labeled for Triv. Other than that, I mean, hit or miss results with a new.
A new.
I saw some pretty good suppression with a new. The other only other option is glyphosate.
Mhm.
So and then that's you're
Yep.
probably going to need a couple rounds of that too. So velocity is pricey though, from what I understand. They
It
still got the
is. It's like
patent, so you're
five.
not gonna.
It's like 500 and about $600.
But you do
It's
the
more.
math on that, and you're like, okay, do I feel
Yeah.
like doing a full renovation for $600, or just buy this product and now I got it on the shelf for the next 2 to 3 years? So you can move numbers around to make things make sense all day.
Hmm.
Like so you move the numbers around. You're like, okay, so if I keep dealing with this and it's a pain in the butt for you, you don't like because it's going to keep spreading. If you let it, it's going to spread just like it's
It's gonna
doing.
keep going.
So
It's gonna
it's
keep
going to
going.
keep going.
It ain't gonna stop.
I don't care
You
how healthy and thick your lawn is. It's just
no.
going the way that
You
it has such shallow runners and roots. It will weave its way all in between that stuff, man,
yep.
and you're just going to be dealing with it. So
You've got to do something about it. Like
yeah,
there is you've got to do something about it, or it is going
yeah,
to keep growing.
yeah.
I've watched one of my neighbors on the corner. I've watched a small patch of tree of over the past couple of years turn into their full yard, like the
Sheesh.
whole front yard. It is like lime green right now.
Mm, sorry for
Mm.
him. Sorry for. I'm glad I'm in the warm season country now.
And they
I
keep and
hated dealing with Trib.
they get their aeration and seeding done every year, and it's just more and more trim. And I'm just looking at it. I'm just like,
Because they just spreading it around. That's all
y'all
they
just
doing,
got a
spreading it around.
yard. You got a yard full of trim, boy. Sheesh.
Mm, poor thing. Poor
Yep.
uh,
Uh, what's going on,
uh,
DIY lawn coach? What's happening, man? Appreciate you for stopping by.
what you call was in here, man? I can't think of his name. Soul Geek. Mark, is it Mark?
Yeah.
Mark, that's his name. Yeah, Mark was in here.
Well, I
Mark, are you
missed that.
still here, man? What's up, man?
I missed
Yeah,
this.
he was. I just saw it somewhere. Maybe it
What
was
is
earlier in the
happening?
chat. Geek,
Yeah,
Soul Geeks. Yeah, he was in there. I saw. I know.
I
I
missed
saw it.
that one.
I just saw it.
What is
And I
happening with you?
I lost it. I lost it.
Um,
He was up in here though. What's up, man? I ain't seen you in
Oh
about
yeah,
3
that yeah,
moons.
yeah, yep. Right after you drop the all the links to the Petra
Yeah, there he
tools.
is.
Yeah,
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 Soul
yeah,
Priest.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
What's
What
happening
up,
with you, bro?
Mark?
What's
Out
happening?
there in Villa Park,
Villa.
boy.
Hey man, Mark,
uh,
he good people, man. He
good
good people
people.
for sure. Triv, boom, boom, boom.
On the lucky yeah, allergies. Yeah, it's a pain. Yeah, 2 fall springs so far in Villa Park. Oh, that was him. Yeah, I read it and then that's
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, yeah, we done had him too. Yeah, we'll hide a
yeah.
cut.
All
Yeah,
right, so
it's
jump to
yeah. It's
the headway
jump.
question. Uh, it is too
In
early.
Maryland.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's too.
yeah, it's too early for that. We ain't even fully greened up yet. I know.
Same prescription for you. Just like
Yep.
earlier, if you were here in the chat, go look up disease triangle in Google. Figure out where your temperatures are. I mean, well, Cam can tell you because he's in Maryland. When they need to start looking for it.
Depending on the spring, late May,
Mm-hmm.
that mid to late May, depending on what kind of spring we have, for
Yeah.
sure. From a preventative standpoint, June. You
Yeah.
definitely you definitely getting something out in June.
So after
Early,
Mother's
early.
Day, keep your head on the swivel.
Yep, yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When did you say a product headway? You could also look at and I gotta respond to Coach Al. He had asked me about this. Uh, what did I think was the best fungicide to get out there and go with? It depends on what you're dealing with. But I say a broad spectrum fungicide that I've seen really good results with has been Armada. Armada has been like a real good staple or from results of fungicides that I've seen in having some pretty good control is Armada. It all depends on which disease you're trying to go after, but that one's been pretty good from a broad range. All right. Corey saying, what height do you cut your grass and how often? Um, I have a mix between tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass, which is the Elm Street Elite blend. It's a 90-10 blend. You can go check it out in the description if you are interested in it. That is what you see 100% in my backyard. So height of cut on that today, I cut it at, it's probably at an inch and 3/4 to 2 inches right now is where it's at. Most of the time through the season, I think all last season, I kept it at about 2 1/4, 2 1/2, depending on what type of look you're looking for, what height of cut you wanted at, and all of that. If you got irrigation or not. If you don't, you may can need to push it up around that 3 inch mark, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. But you'll help shade some of that soil out and try to hold some of that moisture. But me, I like that 2 1/4 mark. It looks really good. It stays real tight. It looks clean, crisp. It's really dense. And my little one can get out there is short enough that he is not tripping all over his feet and stuff trying to run through the grass. He can push all his toys across it, and we can kick a ball across it because it's not. It's a like that 2 inch mark is a really nice place, I think, for a height of cut for a lawn to be able to use it, but not have to stay on it so much and be so hyper vigilant with everything that's going on as if you were real low cut. So I've been down to an inch before. Like I've maintained it a full season at an inch. And it's just for me and my lifestyle right now, that's just too much to do with a cool season lawn. Now my Bermuda is going to be sub 1 inch, completely different grass types and management styles and what it can tolerate. So those Mountain View seed cultivars that are in there, they are good anywhere from an inch all the way up to 4 and a quarter. I think the sweet spot on them is anywhere between 2 inches and 3 inches, 3 and a quarter is the sweet spot on those Mountain View seed cultivars.
That's what he was talking about. I didn't know what he was talking about. He said the older you get, you like the 85. You'll appreciate the 85 11s, and then he followed up. Thank you, appreciate it. I actually wear an N95 mask, but not one like that. I still, we got masks from the whole COVID season, but yeah, I don't rely on those like landscaper things you just pull up. Nah, that ain't enough. So I actually wear a mask, especially when I'm cutting it out there. Oh, that sucks, dude. I hate when you're
Mhm.
about to sneeze and you lose it, man.
Yep.
Um, but but yeah, 85 11. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick some of those up and give them a try.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
go
know
pick
what he
some
was
of those
talking
up.
about either. I'm glad you
I
looked it
didn't
up
know.
because I was
I
gonna have to
was
go
like
back at 85 11.
85. What was that? Yeah. A little
Yeah,
sidebars. Derailed the conversation.
yeah,
That's me
no,
cheating. I'm going ahead. I'm looking ahead. Stay with the teacher.
yeah. All right, we gotta getting out there and getting after some mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
Tanner, the mosquitoes aren't impossible. I'm telling you, it's not treating the still standing water with like dunks or something like that. Easy, you just drop them in there. The frequency, you need to be monthly. Understand the mosquito larval cycle, what their shelf life looks like. They're reproducing every 21 to 35 days. They got a whole nother cycle kicking off on you. But that insect growth regulator, that's the ticket. That's the ticket that's going to give you that larvicide kill you're looking for. And you want to rotate that in every 2 months. So every you do it your first month and then like two more applications, then bring it back in. Or if you notice that the pressure is still high, most likely it's because you're missing the larva stage. You can kill the adults, and then 3 days later, you got a whole new set of broods that's just hatching and out there getting busy with you. So integrating an IGR into your program and then making sure you're treating that still water is probably where you're missing the gap and why you're feeling like you're defeated every time.
Yep. Uh, I'm actually looking this one up.
Which one?
The
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 spreader
question I
elite?
got up here now, spreader elite. I
Yeah, spreader
am
elite. Okay.
so I am not on the spreader elite. I am not seeing that those are Mountain View seed cultivars. Those are not jumping out to me to be Mountain View seed cultivars. Um,
While you're looking at that, I'm gonna hit up Brand Man just so give you some time to verify.
yeah,
Brand Man 1468. Do you bag for the first mow or mulch your clippings? I'll tie this with Tanner because he made a good statement. I can tell you, me, Cam, we're typically not bagging. We're mulching all season. For the most part, unless like there's a lot of brown material that we just want to make sure we get out and remove. But typically, we're just mulching it in.
and
But
I actually bagged today for that exact reason
yeah,
that you
because he don't
just
like
said.
little debris. He don't
That
like little debris on his
that
yard.
exact reason
And then
today.
once it starts growing, he won't bag
And that
anymore.
would be
He'll
my
just
last.
be
Today will probably
ready.
be my last time, my first and last time I bag
Yeah,
it.
so there you go. There you go. So yeah, you can bag the first time. Why? One of those reasons would be one. But then also what Tanner says is the occasional, if you got some POA out there, you got the seed heads, you're gonna want
Yeah.
to bag those up if you can. Don't fling them back. Even if you're even if you're using the pre-emergent, there's no sense in flinging those seeds out if it's your yard. Now, if you got clients that got it and time, get it done. But but yeah, for your own personal yard, yeah, you'd be good to go.
Yeah.
So what you
All right.
find is that Mountain View seed?
No, those are not. So, the seed that Pete's got, the spreader elite,
Yes.
I am not familiar with the cultivars that are in here. So I can't say. I've heard people say good things about that seed. I'll go ahead and pop it up here real quick. Yeah, so I've heard good things about this seed blend from Pete. People like it. Um, I I know these are not Mountain View seed cultivars. I didn't think they were, so I just went over to the website and double checked. But they're not. But I've heard good things about the seed. Um, so I when it comes to like the rhizonomous tall fescue, yes, they will have rhizomes, but I need people to understand, and I've said this a number of times, when with any type of rhizonomous spready lateral spread, including Mountain View seed in this one too, like because they call theirs their lateral spread. They're fully aware of how I feel about it because they actually stand behind what they say is that it's not going to spread like some Kentucky bluegrass. What it's really going to do is it's going to tiller a lot. It's going to tiller, and one single plant is going to have more leaf blades on it. That is going to make it more dense. That's going to make it take up more space. Yes, it's going to throw some rhizomes and stuff off, but it is not going to spread like a Kentucky bluegrass. Like it is, it's not going to do that. It's gonna feel it's gonna it does the spreading appearance by putting off more tillers and taking up space.
So it's
That's
more
what
like a
it does.
knitter. It's like more knitting than spreading.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just takes up more space. And if you've got a bare spot, it's able to tiller out and fill those spaces in, but it's not gonna spread out like a Kentucky bluegrass, which is why when you look at the Elm Street Elite, that is the reason that I have a mixture with
Kentucky.
tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass for that reason. Now, the Elm Street Elite, it is going to spread. Like if you have a bare spot, it the Kentucky bluegrass cultivars that are in it are aggressive and they will fill in bare spots. There's no doubt about it. I've had them. The squirrels put divots and dig holes and everything in the yard all the time. And I've got thin areas in the yard right now. And once it gets growing, I guarantee you in about 2 to 3 weeks, those areas are going to be filled in and you'll never be able to see them. So, heard good things about the seed, but I am not familiar with them. So,
Uh, what was I about to say? I saw something that I wanted. Oh yeah, you're right. Joe Wonderground. That's what I was thinking of. That's the website I've used in the past.
wonder.
But
Oh,
also you can use Farmer's Almanac as well, or Noah, like Cam was saying. But Wonderground was what I was thinking of. Thank you. Yeah, just thank you for that. Cause I was
yeah.
like, dang man, what is it? What was it? Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, wait.
okay.
Uh,
That's oh,
should be
I was reading Maxwell's. That's what's up.
one day. Oh, that hole in one.
He did the
He hit it
hole
with
in
the
one.
hole in one. He hit it with the hole in one.
That hole in one,
Oh,
boy.
that joint
Hey
saved you
man,
that year too.
boy, it saved me that year. I was like, and I just pulled up, and I was like, you know what? We doing it all today, like
Right
all
now.
all of it right now, and that just turned out amazing.
Yeah, it did.
You got some people shouting you out in their return, so you don't responding back to them.
Hmm.
Uh,
It's only been a month of Sundays because you ain't pulling up on us like that.
yeah, yeah.
I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays because we've been.
We've
Oh,
been
and
back for about two. We've been back for about 2 months.
yeah, about 2 months. We're gonna be over for everybody in the chat right now. Go over and subscribe if you're not already to
We're gonna save
Turf
that for the
Grass.
we're gonna save that for the end.
Oh, okay, all right. Say
Yeah,
stick around to the end.
yeah. We're
Stick
gonna
around to
save
the end.
that
We
one.
got little announcements for y'all. We're not far from the end because we're about done with
Yeah,
all these questions.
we
So
about at the bottom.
yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I think we got one
Virginia
right
Brown Patch
here.
in Virginia. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, unless you've been watering a lot, I guess you could. Yeah, you could have crossed it, right? I guess we had it's warmed up, but then it got cold again. I don't know. Probably not, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm thinking it might be the cold snap because it got back cold again, and
Right.
I'm just wondering if it's the plant is just in shock and it's got some tip burn and it tip burned it a little bit
Mm.
because it'll go that back and forth shift once it gets lush and growing and it gets real juicy and you get one of them cold snaps again, it'll go spotty and have like some the looks of brown patch to it. Um, yeah, it just seems too early for brown patch. I mean, I know y'all have had some warm days, but the humidity really ain't been there for it consistently. Like the nighttime temps, you may get a little bit of humidity during the day, but yeah, I wouldn't think you're dealing with brown patch just yet. If
Mm.
so, should I treat it or let it wake up a bit more? Yeah, you might. I think you're just looking at some tip burn. If you or let it wake up. If you're not fully green already, like you're not dealing with brown patch. You may just be looking at some tip burn or the plant hasn't fully come out of dormancy just yet. Um, yeah, I don't think you're dealing with brown patch just yet. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, and see what's happening.
I agree. The days are long, but the years are short. My son used to get into my tools all the time. Now he's
Yeah,
26. Miss those days. Y'all keep saying we gonna miss these days, but I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what?
man.
Let's can we move forward? Can we get to the yeah? I be having that feeling sometimes, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I tell myself like right now they're up there not sleeping like they're supposed to. They up there giving their mom the business. And see, I'm sure y'all hear him. Do you hear him?
Hmm.
Yeah, they just been turning up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like, bro, go to sleep, man. I gotta. And then and here's the thing: you fight to go to sleep, you fight them going to sleep, and you fight them to wake up too. Like
Yeah.
I just like if you picked
Pick
one,
one. Pick one.
just pick one, right? Cause how you gonna fight me to go to sleep, and then when I say, "Hey, it's time to get up," you like, "No, I need sleep. I'm sleeping. 10 more minutes." They say 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes, because I be telling them 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Wait, give me two
Hmm.
minutes. So so when they wake up, they be like, "Nah, 2 more minutes."
2 more minutes.
Hit the snooze button, or be like, "Nah, man, get your butt up." How I gotta, yeah, kids,
Yeah. Nah,
kids.
he Camden's at that like we have hit a milestone with him going to bed. Like oh the joy of being able to just get him to go in his room. We say our prayers. He still wants to be like that like our thing now. And he's like, Daddy, I need to take a minute. So he'll climb in my lap and he'll sit there for right around a minute. And during that time, I typically lay my head on his forehead, and I say my prayer for him. And by the time I finished that, I whisper, I was like, "All right, you ready to get into bed?" And he'll climb down. He was like, "Yeah, that." He'll climb down, get into bed, lay down, go to sleep. Out,
Just like that.
out for the rest of the night. I'm like,
Yeah, I
oh
hope that
my
lasts
goodness,
for you.
I
I
do
hope
too.
that lasts.
And he did
But
it.
spoiler alert, it's not. I'm just
He
letting
did
you
it.
know.
He did it with my wife today. He did it with Sharonda
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
The
that's what they
night.
do. They
So,
give you a little glimpse of what they're gonna be like as teenagers, and they get right back to
uh,
toddling. At least that's how it's been for me. I hope I'm wrong for you, but
yeah, I hope.
you
I hope.
know,
I'm.
especially when his sister came on the scene, it's like he
Yeah,
completely
I'm
regressed.
sure. I'm sure there's going to be some regression, but I am.
Yeah,
I am enjoying this
enjoy it.
phase.
Yeah,
I am.
enjoy what.
I,
Soak it all up.
I am enjoying this
Yes.
phase right now.
Not
My
just enjoy it, but
goodness.
take advantage of it. Capitalize on it. Get
Yeah,
a
because
little
I went.
talk time.
Cause I came. Yeah, because I came right
Reconnect
back.
with the wifey. Yeah,
Yeah.
just do all that stuff because
Yeah.
there's gonna come a day where you're gonna be like, "Dang, I ain't talked to my spouse in like 3 weeks." Like talk. It's just
Yep.
about what needs to get done and who's doing it. That's
Yep.
true. Like that's what the conversation. What needs to get done and who's doing it. We live by
All
the
lo-
calendar.
all logistics.
All logistics. That's it. It's all logistical support systems. What's for dinner? Okay. What kind of groceries we need? Okay. Fold the laundry. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All logistics. Okay, Tommy, you in Camp Springs, Maryland. Yeah, so you gonna follow the advice that I gave you. Your growing curve is the advice. Fall is gonna be your best time to go after
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Doom 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 doom. All right, got some stuff in
Link,
there. You're almost there.
link on
On the
ship Bermuda. I saw that. I think what you call him has it. He used to his
North
channel
Carolina,
used to be called
North Carolina Turf
NC
Club.
Plugs. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
NC Plus.
He
No,
was a YouTuber. I think his channel was called like Blades of no Z A to Z Lawns. I
A to
think
Z
that's
long. Yeah, yeah,
A to
yeah.
Z Lawns. And I don't know if he went and changed the name of his channel. I think he did because I actually I saw advertisement for his company. I
He's
pulled up on him out there in North
he's
Carolina, and he showed me his like grow racks, and this is when he was like doing it small scale, and now he's just like I
he
guess
is the only one. He is the only one shipping and distributing iron cutter plugs.
just like that.
Only one. I was talking to Adam. I was talking to Adam about it when we was out at the field day,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yeah, he's the only
And they
one.
look good.
He's the only one shipping iron cutter plugs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, distributing. Period. Distributing iron cutter plugs. So yeah, that's a the link for NC grass plugs. Go to NC grass
Yeah,
plugs
NC grass plugs is what you want. Let me
is
see if
where
I
you
can
want
pull
to
up and
go.
drop a link for you. Yeah. Good people, man. Good people. I pulled up on him. I think the the second time I went to Germany when I was driving down and I was like seeing a whole bunch of people on my way out. I was stopping. I'm pretty sure that's when I stopped and I saw him. Yeah, it's right here. NC grass plugs. I need to hit him up. I might get some plugs from him for a few spots. Boom. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Um,
Mm-hmm.
no net. After a while, pull bluegrass and just overseed. He said, "Touche, you ain't been around." Question. Oh, she got another question, I guess. No, no, you just got another statement. Go about removing. No, don't aerate. Just bag it. Cut your grass and bag it. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It said winter hit Northeast Ohio way earlier than expected.
Yeah,
Before
you may
you
have.
got a chance. Probably
Yeah,
had some
you might have to get a
loss.
rake out, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah, you may have to get a rake out because if it's
Yeah. If it's
matted
matted,
down,
yeah.
if it's matted down and stuck to the ground and all of that, yeah, sucking it up and like or trying to run a mower over it ain't gonna do it. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. If you have a Sun Joe, that might work too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Or a lawn sweeper if you got that. That's
Yeah.
another option. Serves same purpose as a rake, but
And you can
um,
rake that stuff up and then come back across with the mower to
and
bag
clean
it
it
up
up. Yeah,
and clean it up. But it's if it's matted down, like wet sloppy soup, you're gonna need to get some. Or you could, if you got a 9010 or a strong backpack blower, you might be
yeah,
you might be able to blow that joint up.
yeah.
Because I know I was blowing a lot of stuff up today. I don't have a 9010, but the one I got is pretty powerful, so I'm able to get it up. I will have a 9010 here soon though.
That 9010 boy, sheesh,
I need it. I need it in my life.
sheesh,
I know. I'm a believer.
boy.
No air rating though. Skip the air rating,
Yeah,
especially.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had a I've had this question a couple of times where people have been talking about aeration now in the spring for cool season yards. I'm not even gonna say cool season for the average homeowner lawn. Doing aeration in the spring does not serve a whole lot of benefit,
Mm-mm. It
especially
just
especially if you've aerated and seeded in the fall. Like there's only been a couple of months in between the last time when you did it and now, and a lot of that time the lawn was dormant, so it wasn't really growing. Like the reason for aeration is either compaction reduction, or which I tend to like to use it for, and also a lot of other people that do it um, as a commercially, is it creates a seed bed for when you're seeding. Like so, if you're not trying to reduce your known compaction, which is a lot of times rare in a cool season in a average home lawn, there's not a whole lot of benefit in aeration, especially in the spring. But what you do run the risk of is bringing up a whole bunch of weed seeds that now you've sat on top of the soil for them to germinate.
mm-hmm.
When the temperatures and the conditions are prime for them to germinate,
Mm-hmm.
you want to have a tree of problem or you want to have a pull problem.
Do that.
That's one way of doing it. That is one
Crabgrass problem. There you go.
crabgrass problem.
Yeah,
Yes,
do that in the spring, and you can
yes.
set yourself up for that.
Open that soil up in the spring. If you want to have a weed problem, that is one way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That is one way
Mm-hmm.
one way to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've answered that question like 3 times today.
Yeah,
Like 3 times today.
yeah.
So
It's a common question.
I do not reckon it's a very
At
common
least you're
question.
asking, right? Yeah, and at
Yeah,
least you're asking,
yeah,
right?
very
Instead of
common.
just like listening to some random person
Yeah,
and you're just
but
doing it. So
I know you'll see a lot of people that aerate, and they'll have Bermuda lawns and things like that that'll aerate. They'll swear by aeration, but a lot of times
mhm.
that aeration is also done at a time of where you're applying sand. Like so it's a different management practice. Like those are two different management practices and the reason why you're doing the aeration.
Out of all of my accounts right now, I think 6 of them were getting aerated every single year. You know how many of them actually needed it?
None of them.
0. None of them needed. And when I told them that, they like, I could tell they were frustrated. I'm like, I don't understand why they were aerating your yard. I was like, did you ask them to aerate the yard? And they were like, well, they came through and they said it's a good time to aerate. I was like, yeah, that was just an upsell. You don't need to aerate. I took them outside and I showed them just screwdriver test. I was like, look, because we got sandy loam soil out
Yeah.
here. I took
Yeah.
it. One of
Compact
my customers,
compaction
two,
is minimal.
right, very minimal. And then, ironically, some of the a good half of them had heavy mole infestation. I said, the moles are aerating for you. You don't need no more aeration. Them daggone moles is getting busy out here. I promise you, you're fine. You need no more aeration. The aeration is killing your lawn,
Yeah.
but from the
Yeah.
moles. But I do have two properties that actually need it, and that is a good indicator. My man Jordan over at the Lawn Tools, he was probably the one who made it the thing. He was the first person I saw. But it's a screwdriver test. You just go take a screwdriver and try to, with maybe 5 to 10 pounds of force, that's all it should take, push that screwdriver into the ground. If it goes in the ground, relatively easy. Maybe it's slow, a little tight. You don't need to aerate. There's no sense
Yeah.
in you aerating.
Yeah.
But if you go and you can only get like 2 inches in and you got really pushed, then you're compacted, and usually you're going to find that in high traffic areas. So
yep.
for me, one of the properties that I have, it's not, I'm going to aerate the whole property, but the whole property doesn't need to be aerated, but I'm aerating the whole property because I'm also sand capping it. But there is one section.
Again, different management practice.
Different management practice. There is one because we're going to be real mowing that property. Pictures in very short. I'm probably not going to do any long form this year. I just don't have the time. But I do have time to set up my camera and just record what I'm doing and going back and clipping it up for y'all. That's most likely what you'll see, especially since they let shorts and reels be like almost 2 minutes now. So that's probably where I'm going to be in that pocket. And then pictures, of course, before and afters on a lot of, like, I some cleanups that I'm doing tomorrow. Like, it's gonna look crazy once I clean them up. It's gonna look crazy good. But yeah, you typically don't need to aerate. Test it. Do the screwdriver test. Don't just be doing it because people said to do it, and you don't even need to do it for a renovation. Cam and I both have videos demonstrating that. What's
I
important
haven't
is
aerated.
seed to soil incorporation.
I haven't aerated my yard in, I think this is 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
4 years,
Yeah.
and it is soft and like
I did two full renovations in Germany without aerating.
Yeah.
And that was really a forcing function because it was so complicated to try to get an aerator in Germany. And I guess it's because they don't really aerate like that, Yeah. And bare soil down to the ground. So seed the soil incorporation, which Cam discovered the cheat code on that. If you got a Sun Joe or a dethatcher, put that seed down. Don't rake it in. Stop doing that. And it scares you, right? Because you don't see the seed and you be like, dang, did I do that right? I'm like, man, you just gotta trust the process. But I promise you it worked. I didn't do it on my front yard when I did the rye overseed. I'll be overseeding with rye this fall because I have a whole 2 seasons on this yard. So I'm gonna oversee with ryegrass, or maybe I'll put some elite. I mean, I might go with that Elm Street elite. Really flex on them. Its kill off would be the same. Just grow some fescue and KBG out here and then just kill it off. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But I did on my backyard. I used that trick that Cam taught me about using the Thatcher, and the backyard came in so much more even than the front. It was like night and day.
Yeah. You could,
but
you could tell there was like
something different happened.
Something was different.
And I was like, dang, man. But it scares you because when you run over it, you're like, dang, where's the seed at? It literally disappears. Seed is gone. You're kind of thinking like, oh man, did I push a whole bunch of seed in clump? No, it's not. It's just like turning the soil perfectly and getting it incorporated.
You just got to keep moving. You just got to keep moving. Keep the machine moving.
Keep moving. So forget Forget trying to rake it in. Get you a if you're just getting it for that, it's worth it. Get you a little corded one, cheap off,
Hmm.
marketplace or something. It's worth it.
And it's a
It
lot of people.
it's
It's a lot of people that's already got the Sun Joes, right? It's a lot of
yeah
people that's
yeah.
already got
Most of
them,
y'all already got it.
and they're not. They haven't discovered that feature
Yeah.
of being able to use it for it. And man, when I started doing that, that seed to soil incorporation, it was night and day different. Germination, watering, like uniformity of it coming in, and no, it does not damage the seed. Like I've had that question a lot recently. Um, it's just the same as you like using a rake. All it's doing is turning that soil with the seed in it and just incorporating it all together as you move across it. So yeah, no, you'll be good.
Vegetable gardens. Vegetables don't need a lot. They don't need a lot. My favorite thing to feed when I had a garden, I don't have one right now. I ain't got time for one. My go-to was Neptunes. I like the Neptunes fish fertilizer, fish-based fertilizer. That was my go-to. You can foliar apply it or you can soil drench it. As far as the cut garden, zinnias and stuff, I would just go with a 10-10-10, a triple 10 foundation at the beginning of your season, and you probably won't need anything else because those flowers, they don't need a lot. They don't need a lot. I mean, when you see them growing, when they grow like weeds, essentially. And save your seeds. Save your seeds. Those the zinnias, the seed is at the end of the petal. So you can actually save them, dry them out, and then plant them again next year. So save the seeds off the
That's what
flower
I do.
heads.
That's what I do with my coleus.
Yeah, that's what you do with your coleus. And same with coleus. When they go to seed, you can save those seeds,
Hmm.
save you some money, do it that way. But I like Neptune's fish fertilizer. They got a few different blends. They got one. They got like a. You can find it on Amazon. Let me see. What do you use, Cam?
Um, I typically start my season off. I'm finishing up some. What's that company? What's that company we had a while back? Hybrids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
What
finishing.
happened to them? Are they? Did they recover?
I think they recovered.
Okay,
Because
good.
I think they're still selling with AM Leonard. So
Okay.
I think they're back open.
That
Um,
hurricane. If you're wondering like why I say recovered, that hurricane
that
that
was a
came
tornado.
through.
They got a
Was it
tornado.
a tornado? Oh yeah, they had it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the tornado back in North Carolina. It was a couple years ago, right? 3 years ago,
yeah, about
that
two
came
years
through
ago. I
North
think.
Carolina. It affected their facility dramatically, and it
Yeah,
kind of set them back. So I'm glad to see that they're coming out of it.
yeah, because it's a family ran and owned business for years. So, all right, yeah, there you go on that one. Uh,
Where you at, Rich Soul Life? Um, I've never used the spike shoot. Shoot, let me stop jumping. Hold on. What? Having a tough time managing the common Bermuda.
mm,
Okay, yeah. Either that or let me ask you this. Let me get the exact number. Go ahead, Cam. You go first since you actually there. I'm gonna
um,
come at a different angle than you probably. So
so I would say it depends on your sunlight, right? So it depends on how much sunlight, if you're getting enough sunlight for the requirement. If you're struggling, if the common is continuing to spread and grow, then you're probably already getting enough sunlight. Uh, if it's taking over the fescue, more than likely you're getting enough sunlight. Bermuda needs sunlight, and that is like the number one killer of Bermuda grass is not getting enough sunlight. Shade will do it. So yep. I'm interested to see what the iron cutter is going to look like when it comes out of dormancy. I am not really concerned about it because I got
Buddy,
the
Ben.
yeah
Oh, I thought you
Ben
about Ben
Ben
recovered beautifully
quick.
this year. He,
Yes,
whew.
yes, and the main reason I'm not
Ben
concerned
is
about
greener
it,
than me.
yeah,
And the reason why is because I have a lot of shade, but Iron Cutter can deal with, well, Iron Cutter is probably one of the most resilient with shade. I got a
mm,
huge oak tree, and the whole neighborhood is a forest almost. So like it's just slower on the green up. It's going to get there, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But it is the main reason I'm not worried about it is because the sprigs came from Maryland, from a side farm here in Maryland. Like,
Okay.
so they've been growing it, they've been selling it, they've been shipping it. As long as you
Mm-hmm.
have sunlight for it, when you go out to a turf farm and ain't no trees around, it is it is sunlight. So as
Mm-hmm.
long as you have the sunlight requirement that it needs, that Bermuda will be fine. And I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you, it's gonna be a whole lot easier to manage than your tall fescue. It just is like Bermuda's just easier to manage, which I'm excited about what I can do with it. So stick around to the channel. I'm probably gonna scalp it down here very soon and start getting ready to start working on it. I think I'm gonna spray some weeds out of it first because I've also got some ryegrass and uh some KBG that's starting to come back up that was in there from previously. It's just opportunistic right now and it's growing faster than that Bermuda is. So I may have to go ahead and spray that stuff out, make sure I get it clean before we get the season started. So it's up to you. It's an option. What you got on it, Turk?
I was gonna say, outside of what Cam said, do you have enough sun? If you do have enough sun, I'll just ask you, where's your budget at? And to put it in perspective, dang, I just closed it. Um, Closed on accident. Uh, and I can actually give you a tip that I was thinking about earlier. You can order sprigs, right? Depending on how much you need. Or you can just get the side and get you a what is it, Cam? Help me out.
Power rake
The power
or
rake,
the
power
yeah.
rake, a real power rake, and make your own sprigs. We both have like shorts on that or something somewhere. Did you you did a
I
whole
got a
video?
full
You got a full
video.
video, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up Cam's full video on that. How you can make
You
your
can go
own
ahead and
sprigs
talk.
at
I was
home.
just looking it up.
Okay, all
I'll
right,
drop
yeah,
it
you
in
go
here.
ahead and pull it up. Now, depending on the size of your yard, you're probably looking at, I would say, at least $1,000 for the average size home lawn. And that's if you buy the side and make your sprigs yourself. If they upcharge, they make a lot more money off of selling sprigs than they do off
They
side.
do.
When I did the
Yeah.
math, I was like, goodness gracious, you guys are killing it just for chopping up some side. But they understand the product and what they got there, right? So you can do it yourself. Just lay it in place, have about 3 to 4 feet in between each space and area. When you're laying it out, then you can let that thing spread. Or you said you're having a hard time managing the common Bermuda, you can invest somewhere between $400 to $420 for 4 ounces of Pilex. And you will have no issues managing that Bermuda moving forward. That common Bermuda, that Pilex will get it out there. Will it take multiple
Mm-hmm.
applications? Yes. Will you need to consistently do it? Yes, but you will win the war in the end. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
where's your budget at? Or are you just like really interested in possibly running Bermuda, which is way easier to maintain? When Cam says, "Oh, I got to clean this stuff out," it's going to be super easy for him to clean that stuff out of that Bermuda, you know. So, because it's just you can put so much more on it. So, boom, and then Cam just dropped the link for his video where he walks you through just that as
Yep.
far as making
That's
your own sprigs.
that's the playlist. You can walk through that to see the full renovation, and then you can just, or if you need a specific video that's in there, you can jump to the one with how to make the sprigs. So yep, that information is right there for you.
Yeah. I've never used the spike shoes. But I'll tell you what my initial thoughts are on the spike shoes. You're just moving,
Yeah.
you're compressing the soil in a way. You know what I mean? Because you're not removing any of the soil. You're just compressing it so it's a hole there. So to me, it seems like it's more of like a fad product to me on the surface. I don't really now. I know in Germany, right? They would the spikes would be like super long, right? They would spike it out, and then the whole idea behind that was like water would get in it, it get cold, and then the expansion of the water,
The freeze thaw.
then yeah, the freeze, then that would create release. You know, that's why they did it. Those spike shoes, those spikes not that deep. So, you know, you're getting like what, 3 inches down at most. I'm
Yeah.
not thinking you're going to get the same effect. Now, the Germans, they did it, and they did it specifically to get water in there, let the water freeze, and then create expand. It's like explode. Like that's what they swore by. So I never did it, but that to me makes more sense than the shoes. But I've never used the shoes, and I have very little desire to do that. Not a knock on the product. I'm just saying, to me, it doesn't pass the sniff test as far as logic. So
Nope. Nope.
yeah. Rich
Slit
Soul Life.
slit
Oh,
seeding.
yeah, I think they mean slit seating.
Slit seeding. I wanted to try it. If
I've never slit seated.
whenever I overseed my iron cutter with rye, it will be slit seeded.
I think the
I am
only
going to
thing,
slit seed it.
excuse me, that I've seen with the slit seating is like you got to make sure. I think a double pass is necessary
Yeah.
because I think I've seen results where people slit seated only one way
Mm-hmm.
and it comes in thin. And I think
Yeah.
where they're messing up is
You've got to.
you probably
They
should run
say
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably run it three different directions. So like north to south, east to west, then northeast to southwest. That's probably what I would do
Yeah.
if I was going to slit
And
seed.
the way Pete does it, he actually just drops his seed first. He
Mm-hmm.
drops his
Oh, he
seed.
drops it first.
He
Then he
drops his
comes
seed
back.
first, and he comes back with the slit seeder,
Okay.
which is similar to how
To the Sunjo.
yeah, to
Yeah.
my process and how I do it. So
Mhm.
I do want to use a slit seeder just to do it. I know a couple of the Triv yard that I was telling you about. That's what they slit seed that yard. The company slit seeds most of their yards. Like, and the only thing is a slit seeder really tears up an established lawn. Like
Mhm.
when you're slit seeding it, um, it does more damage than like a aerator, like than aeration. Like it, you got piles of debris and stuff that's out there when you're slit seeding. But I don't know. I haven't seen the results that they get that's any better than any other processes. But if you're dealing with like a low cut grass and you're like scalping it down and do like a rye overseed on Bermuda, I think there's a lot of, if you're dealing, especially if you're dealing with low cut turf, I think there's a lot of benefit to slit seeding. I actually may slit seed some switchgrass around my food plot down
Mm,
in North Carolina. So
mm.
I may do some slit seeding around that 2 acre food plot.
Cedric, I asked you where you were at. Seed in the spring It's dicey, man. As far as running over it again with the Thatcher, yeah, to incorporate it in the soil, um, absolutely. I would do that. That's proven method. Now,
Oh, you're on this one right
I
here
just,
with Cedric.
yeah, I just, yeah, we kind of talked about it earlier in the stream. We dropped some links in there. When and if you have time tomorrow on your way to work, just run it back. It's probably about midway through here. But essentially, we're not firm supporters of spring seeding for cool season grasses unless your growth curve demands it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tacoma, Washington, your growth curve might demand that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Yep.
so you might be right.
You
Tacoma,
might be a good
Washington,
candidate for it.
you might actually be a good candidate. Let me see how north you are in Washington. Let me just look at a map real quick. Uh, Come on, just show me a map. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty up there. So you're probably your growth curve probably looks exactly how mine looked in Germany. So seeding in the spring is probably the thing for you to do. You're just know that you're gonna, yeah, you're right on line where I was at. Yeah. Yeah, you're dealing with the same growth curve. You really only have one grow season. You don't get the double hump like people in the transition zone or lower portion of the northern area. So yeah, I would run that. If you're talking about like the method where we were saying like use the Sun Joe to incorporate it in the soil, absolutely. Especially if you didn't rake it in already. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Do that.
Yep.
What you think, Cam?
I
Yeah,
agree. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
think you're far enough north to where spring seeding is the way to go, and you can use tenacity as something to kind of help catch some of that stuff, and that's seed safe as well. So, because you're still early, the seed hasn't germinated yet, and even when it does germinate, you might see a little bit of white bleaching, but
Mm-hmm.
all that it'll go away. Don't worry about it. Don't think that you killed your grass. You can use tenacity if you already got it in the house. Use some tenacity; it gives you a little bit of pre-emergent effects. Yeah.
Yep.
Use the Sun Joe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead and run that on there. Absolutely. That's what I would do for sure. And then
I think we missed this one. Rich So Life just moved into a spot. Sellers had side put in. If majority is brown by June, would y'all pull it up? Uh, I mean, if you're watering it and you're managing it, like I don't see why it would.
yeah, you could put sod
I,
down dormant.
yeah, I don't see why.
One thing I would do is
And you
because I this
also, it depends on what your grass type is. It may just be Bermuda that hasn't woken up yet, or it may be
or
Zoysia
centipede.
that, or Zoysia that
Ain't no
hasn't come out.
zoysia. They not sodding no zoysia. Absolutely not. They're sodding common Bermuda or centipede. They are not sodding zoysia unless you in the Richie Rich neighborhood. They are not sodding. They're not. Shoot, my neighborhood is pretty affluent, and they're not sodding zoysia out here. They're sodding pretty St. Augustine, but it's not coming standard in these houses. Absolutely not. So I don't think you got zoysia.
What you
Depending
mean?
where do you live at?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where
I
you
was just
live?
thinking because Southern Maryland.
Southern Maryland?
Yeah,
Georgia wouldn't survive in Southern Maryland.
he's it's sure.
If he got a lot of shade.
I mean, why wouldn't you think Zoysia would survive there?
I mean, Georgia, it's a finicky grass, man. That daggone humidity get to it.
I mean,
In Maryland?
if they growing Zoysia in South Carolina,
Yeah, but they only put it when it's shady. Oh, I stand corrected.
it's the reason I say that is
It's replacing fescue. Okay.
because a lot of the older homes, like even around, there's a couple in my neighborhood
Yeah,
But
it
there's
might be
one
Zoysia.
where,
You're
like,
right.
on the way to my boy's spot, that whole neighborhood is never out Zoysia. Like, it is all Zoysia. Like, the neighborhoods across the street for me, like, all of them yards are never out Zoysia.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I
back
stand
in the
corrected.
day, back in the day, Zoysia was it. Like, it's a whole lot of Zoysia yards around here.
I see that. I see that. I stand corrected, Chad. I am human. I am fallible. I am fallible. But
but no,
yeah,
I think I
what
think
I was
it's
gonna
with
say
the
is make sure you roll it. If you got a roller, get out there and roll it. Especially if they put it in while it was dormant. Because I one of the yards that I went and looked at today, I could tell they sodded it, but the sod is like it's uneven.
yeah.
And I'm looking at like the first thing I'm gonna do is roll your yard. Like this joint gotta get rolled and it gets smoothed out. So
So Rich,
um
Rich, so like if you still in here, um,
we
if
gotta
they
go.
just put if they
So
just put it if they just put it in, I'm thinking he got some. I'm thinking it's warm season and it just ain't greened up yet. If it's
because
that
you think
brown,
that because if it's that brown,
if
even
it's
if it was cool season grass, it should have a little bit
a
of
little
green
bit
in
of,
it, right?
yeah, it should
Yeah,
be
you're
a
probably
little,
right.
if it should be a little bit green right now, even if it was side, right? Even if they just,
Mm-hmm.
like, it should be greening up right now. If it's
Yeah,
that brown right now, I'm thinking
probably
you got
Georgia.
a warm season grass, and
Georgia or Bermuda.
it just hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all that is.
And Georgia moves super slow, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't go to snatch it up. It's probably going to do most of its growing. You won't even see it for the first month and a half. It'll be rooting,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you just now laid it down. It's going to be rooting.
Mm-hmm.
Infamously slow grass to establish, but once it's in there, it's
Yep.
like a gift that you didn't want to get
Mm-hmm.
because you can't give it
It
back
ain't going nowhere. It ain't going
unless you
nowhere.
kill it out. Just like Bermuda.
All right.
I think we got one more question, and then
That's it. Yeah.
get up out of here, man.
Um, I think we got this one. Yeah. It's scalping just for warm season grass. Got cool season with some brown in it. Don't worry about that brown. It's gonna grow up. It all
You'll
starts
cut
from
it
the
out.
bottom. It all starts from the bottom. All you seeing is what's up here on the top. It's gonna start growing from the bottom. It's gonna push that on up, and then you're gonna cut it off. It's gonna push it on up, and you're gonna cut it off, and it's gonna be all green.
And to answer your question, yes, scalping is
Yeah.
typically is unless we're talking about. I think maybe bent grass might be the exception. Scalping is typically reserved for warm season grasses because of the nature of how the plants grow.
Mm-hmm.
If you scalp a cool season lawn, you're going to cut into the crown of the plant,
Which is the
and that
life
is
and the
its life
heart
source.
of it.
That is the life source of that plant. With warm season grasses, however, they spread by stolons and rhizomes, underground and overground spreading. The life of its life force is in the rhizomes and stolons, not like the crown of the plant, like the tree trunk of the plant for cool season grasses. By nature, there's two very different plants. So the scalping for us in the warm season world, it allows me to reset the height of cut. I want to take all that dead material out, and I want to get it as low as possible. So then when it grows back, I'm cutting it at the height of cut that I want to cut at. So there are different practices for different types of grass. You could kill your grass by scalping it. You got turf, especially like turf type tall fescue. You
Yeah.
scalp it like I scalped these yards today. You might mess around and kill some of the grass because you're cutting into the trunk of the tree. Think of it that way, cutting the trunk of the tree off, and there's only a few trees that grow from a daggone crepe myrtle being one of them. That
Yeah.
trunk can grow all the way back once you cut it
Yep.
all the way
From a
down.
snub.
But if you did that to an oak tree, that oak tree ain't coming back. So
Yeah.
think of it that way. An oak tree would be more closer to a cool season grass. Crepe myrtles would be closer to a warm season grass. So yeah,
Yep. I second that. Yeah. No real need
he
to
thinks it's
scout back
fescue.
a cool season grass. It it'll grow
Decide
it'll grow up
they say to
and
just put it down.
it'll grow up and you'll cut it off. All right, last one. Uh you applied the liquid pre-emergent. Okay. Yeah, it needs to get that water. It needs to get watered in. Hopefully, it wasn't. More than likely, you'll be fine anyway if you just applied it. Get it down in the soil. I think we should it should be raining here very shortly, and get my application watered in, and we'll be good to go. Get them warmer temps in here next week. I feel like their yard is gonna be. I'm gonna have a nice little pop. I feel like I'm gonna have a nice little pop next week between the application, the cut, and some more consistent a week of warmer temperatures with some natural rain. Yeah, the yard ought to be looking good next week. Next week.
Yeah,
All right.
I need some rain for my non-irrigated lawns, so I
Yeah.
can, so I can get this
Yeah.
daggone pre-emergent down.
Because
Oh
it ain't no
man.
need to put in a pre-emergent down. You ain't got no rain.
No, but oh, I did learn something. Ray told me, he said, as long as you're not, this is the last little tip we give you on your way out. Oh no, and then we got a little announcement for you for the ones that stayed around. If you're spraying your pre-emergent liquid with WDG, as long as you don't cut the grass, you're safe for about 20 days. As long as you don't cut the grass, you're safe for a good 20 days. Ray, I was asking Ray because I was like, Ray, I put out pre-emergent, and we were supposed to get a half an inch. We ended up with closer to like 2/10 of an inch. And he was like, don't worry about it. He was like, as long as you get rain. He was like, first of all, that first water is,
Good enough.
probably was enough.
Yeah.
But he was like, but when it rains again, that stuff he's like, it stays active and you're good. What he actually said, you're good for up to 30 days. And then I think someone else in the chat was like, yeah, probably close to like 20. But I trust Ray. So he's been
With
doing this
the
longer than I've been alive.
with some amount of rain or no rain.
What you mean?
Like if like you said, you
Now,
got
he
a little
said you
bit
can
like
spray it out. He said you can spray it out. And as long as rain comes within the next 20 days, he said in the next month, you're good. That's what he said.
at what carrier volume? Because we know how the Ray like to spray.
That's true. I didn't ask that. That's probably important. But anyway, next week we're going to be, well, I'll find out the answer to that because the carrier volume is important because Ray probably did run it at like
Two and a
two
half, three
gallons.
gallons.
Right. At 2.5, 3 gallons per thousand. I didn't think about that. I'm going to ask him. So I'm going to follow. Come over to Turf Grass Epistemology and I will have your answer for you next Tuesday. 9
Is that
o'clock, we're going to be hanging out with Dr. Shaddix. Hopefully Polo can pull up too. But that's where we're going to be. We're going to kick it with him next Tuesday.
and the reason I told you to hold because somebody asked about that earlier. I can't remember who it was at the very beginning of the live. The one curly head dude. Yeah. I don't know if you're still here, but I danced around it. I was gonna wait till you got here, and then we was gonna go
Yeah,
ahead
that's what Ray said. That's what Ray
and
said. But I did not think to ask him what was his carrier volume. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna bring that to you because I need to know for my own sanity check. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
try to get you good information. But
Yep.
we are fallible, so do your own research.
Yeah. Next Tuesday, we will be live over at with Dr. Shaddix, Turf Gas Epistemology. So that should be a good time over there. If y'all enjoyed the
Yeah.
conversation that we had last week with him here, we're gonna have even more of that over there when we get to his channel. So looking forward to that. And again, we appreciate y'all. I know there's a lot of new people that have been checking out my videos here lately. We appreciate y'all that have been consistently supporting us and coming back week in after week out. We're really gonna try as the season starts to pick up. You see how tonight was just a little delay to it, but we still ended up giving y'all 2 hours of content here, answering all your questions. So
Yeah,
we
because we
are
was
we are really gonna strive to be here on a consistent weekly basis for y'all. So make sure y'all are tuning in. We definitely appreciate it, and we're gonna check y'all out next week. We'll be over at we probably you want to do a live next week or you want to just I think we might can skip next week.
yeah, because we're already gonna be
We're
on
gonna be on Dr. Shaddix
Travis.
on Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah, and next
My
week I'll finally be caught up, like
yeah.
with everything. Oh, it
I
looks like
got
we got some rain coming too.
Camden gonna be on spring break, but my parents are gonna be here next week. So oh
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we yeah,
yeah.
we are because I'm gonna be next week, I'm gonna be packing up this whole downstairs.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll skip next week, but we'll see
Yeah.
you on Tuesday over
We'll see y'all
at
on
Dr.
Tuesday.
Shaddix.
We'll see y'all on Tuesday over there on Turfgrass Epistemology. All right, y'all. We appreciate it. We'll holler at y'all next week. See ya.